Hello! Welcome back to Subnautica, and hello to you, Cthulhu Tentacles. This is going to be your only warning proceeding into this video. Not only are there scary Leviathans, if you want to avoid Subnautica 3 spoilers or possible Subnautica 3 spoilers, you need to leave now. I have found information that likely confirms the next Subnautica game is not going to take place on 4546b, our lovely water-filled planet right here. Hopefully the new planet's free from COVID, because right now I currently have COVID. It's completely kicking my ass. My voice might sound off a little bit during sections of the video. I apologize, but Space AIDS is destroying me. But you know what? Space AIDS aside, thanks to a Discord DM I've received, it appears the new planet will likely have bounty hunters. Space bounty hunters. Because new Leviathans and a brand new world isn't enough. It has to have space bounty. I'm not even going to continue with this. This actually really pissed me off. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. I also have some revised Leviathan sounds with our friends at the Architects of the Unknown. That stuff is expensive, so obviously there is another sponsor in today's video. So let's move into that, and then I'll get into all the goodies. And also not so good goodies. In all honesty, though, if I do receive any real Subnautica 3 hints or, I guess, leaks, I'll put them over on my TikTok account, because I just created one, and I'm letting you guys know that that's the real me if you come across it. All of this was made possible by today's sponsor, Age of Origins. Humanity is teetering on the edge of extinction, and only you can save it. Kill zombies, form alliances, and lead human civilization back from the brink of doom in Age of Origins on your mobile device. In this apocalyptic world, you are the light in the darkness, but you're not alone against the zombie horde. You can take control and create your own army, even recruit unique characters to fight for you against endless zombie hordes. But it's not just zombies you need to worry about. There's tons of variation of mutated zombies, special infected, and even massive titans. As you defeat hordes of zombies, you will reclaim parts of the city surrounding you. Your job is to then fortify it with new upgraded weapon technology and rebuild vital infrastructure to maintain control of your area. And if you look past your city, you'll see tons of different players in their own cities fighting for survival just like you. You can choose to form alliances with them or compete in massive battles to dominate the world and its resources. But don't worry, there's not just PvP. You'll be able to find daily rally quests, giant cannon tower defense game modes, zombie uprising, and tons of other mini games to play. You won't be finding a dull moment in this game. What are you waiting for? The world is in peril. Use the link in my description to download Age of Origins. Once you've downloaded the game, you'll receive $60 worth of gifts within the game to get a head start. And that's it. Thank you to Age of Origins for making all of this possible and sponsoring this video. The first thing I want to jump into is the Subnautica 3 bounty hunter leak that I was sent on Discord. I thought at first this was really cool. The attached message was, hey dude, I found this Subnautica 3 leak while browsing online. Supposedly they made this public on accident and it is no longer something you can find online. There's no point to even go searching for it. I'm gonna admit it, this almost fooled me. Like, I was almost sure that this was legitimate and real, because at the very bottom of it you can see the scuba diving gear and the references, and that's what the Subnautica devs do a lot when they're creating assets for their game. I hope I didn't get your hopes up, because unfortunately, this isn't actually for Subnautica. As you can see here, it was posted a year ago. It's Subnautical Bounty Hunter. I guess it's Subnautica inspired. Some asshat basically took this, edited the title, and deleted the date it was posted, and then sent it to me, probably hoping I would look dumb by using it as like an official thing for Subnautica 3 or something like that, I guess. 99% of you are wonderful people. I love seeing you in the comment section. I love the support I see. I love speaking with the majority of you. You have great ideas, and this I am forever incredibly thankful for the support that I see. Even while I've had COVID, I've had a lot of people checking in on me and asking like if I'm doing okay. You just get the very small percent, the 1% or 0.5% that do this kind of stuff, and this happens to me sometimes, and I'll address it. I'm addressing it now because it's just not okay. I want this person to know just how close they were to having their Discord name thrown into this video, because this is disgusting behavior. Don't spread disinformation misinformation within the community. We should just try and steer away from that and keep it legitimate. The majority of you are probably already aware of the fact that the Return of the Ancients developers are bringing back the Ancient Leviathan and the Biter Leviathan, along with the Ice Dragon Leviathan. You have already seen their previous concepts, and you've also heard the sounds. I have received a lot of feedback about the sounds, and I have some alterations here. I'm not done with them yet. Obviously, they're still work in progress, and I think what I'm going to do is merge them all at some point. I also have some incredible updated concepts that come from the YouTuber Aki, which are also in consideration for the Return of the Ancients mod, because we've got a couple variations, but doesn't hurt to have more variations, and in fact, I like these a little bit more. This is a very different take on the Ancient Leviathan. This actually gives it, like, flippers, I guess. It reminds me of a big, really messed up turtle, I guess, in a way. But this just gives it some different appendages compared to what we saw before with crustacean-like legs and also only tentacles on the exterior of the body. The updated sounds that I have for this right now, I'm going to play and let you listen to. I want you to give me the feedback on these. In all honesty, I think I'm going to take the original sound that this thing has created for it, and then it's playing right now, and I'm going to overlay the crackling and just the echoing and stuff like that, because there were a lot of comments about that. The number one critique was that people wanted to hear the armored plates of this creature crackle and move into position as it moved around and broadcast it, and you wanted more crab squid-like echoing and clicking and stuff like that. I know the broadcast far does not quite match how the close broadcast is, and that has a purpose. I took some feedback for this as well, and you will not be able to tell what direction this creature is calling from if it broadcasts from far away. It will echo all around you, you will hear the crackling, you will hear the heartbeat type sound, but you won't know where it is, so ultimately, you don't really know how to get away from it. You might even start moving towards it accidentally. Tell me that's not terrifying. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section as well. I'm going to throw up the Ice Dragon Leviathan real quick because this also has an updated sound. It sounds more like a mythical ice dragon creature now, if that makes sense, but I think I'm going to do the same thing where I take the original sound and I'll have the special effects going through this new concept basically onto that one. And that was that. Obviously, guys, let me know in the comments section what you think of the new sounds versus the old sounds. Hopefully you've heard the old sounds, but that's that. And finally, we move into the Biter Leviathan. Now, obviously, we have already seen this concept of the Biter Leviathan provided by the Return of the Ancients developers. However, we have an incredible take on the idea for that creature provided by Aki and his commissions to different artists. Now, if that doesn't blow you away, nothing will. I think this is the best Leviathan I have seen to date. That is terrifying. It has sea dragon vibes. It has, you're gonna die vibes. It has everything. This is sick. This is so damn cool. I would love to see the Biter Leviathan brought back like this. I don't know if it's accurate at all to the skeleton in the game besides, the teeth and the basic body of it, but the appendages and the idea of like flowy tentacles and stuff behind it and God, that is terrifying. Can you imagine swimming up on this thing in the deepest parts of the ocean? I would lose my mind. I'm definitely going to have some sounds created for this now using these concepts because this is crazy. Don't get me wrong. The other concept was good. It was professionally made. This has nothing to do with the quality of the artwork. This is just the imagination thrown into the creature itself. And I absolutely love the color scheme and how this creature is brought to life by this individual artist. There was also this image here too I'm going to throw in. I was kind of confused by it because I didn't know what it was exactly. I asked Aki, you know, is this the Biter Leviathan too? Like another concept of it? And he said, yeah, this is a concept of the Biter Leviathan, but I don't really understand how, but it's a cool concept, but I don't see how that would be a Biter Leviathan. All of that was cool so far. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section about what you've seen so far. I do have a strong suspicion the Kitewing Skyray is going to make an appearance in the next installment of Subnautica as well. Yes, we are on another PC gamer website. Oh god, the ads everywhere. Stop. Firstly, yes, we can confirm Subnautica 3 is in fact, you won't believe how many people I see over on the Subnautica Discord and on Reddit and different places asking if Subnautica 3 or a new Subnautica game is confirmed. It is literally confirmed. I see so many people asking that same question. It's happening. Anyways, this same PC gamer website confirms the devs are looking for a senior narrative designer, which over on Twitter, if you look at Unknown Worlds, they are looking for a senior narrative designer to work with us to help shape the next game in the Subnautica universe. Okay, so they want someone that can make a story and most likely already knows the story of Subnautica. I can also confirm, as of April 30th, 2022, they have not hired a narrative designer yet, but they're hoping to hire someone soon. But regardless, they are looking for someone to start fleshing out a story for the next Subnautica game. Now, this is found in multiple different locations and the official website as well, but if you read this article more, you will see that this person will collaborate closely with the team to tell compelling, dramatic stories in the context of the game experience, while also defining the history and lore of a new science fiction world and its alien inhabitants. A new science fiction world. We have left 4546B. It is well known that Alan and Robin left 4546B. Riley has also left 4546B. I asked Obraxis for comment on it. Unfortunately, once again, I was Homer Simpsoned, and he was not able to share anything with me other than the fact that Robin and Alan left 4546, whatever. And, you know, I continued on with that. They haven't hired the narrative designer yet, so nothing is certain, but right now the advertisement is stating, you know, a new science fiction world. I think it's very likely we're going to be going to a different planet within the same Aradine arm, I think it is, the system that 4546B is in. There's a total of 10 celestial bodies that are just like 4546B from what I understand. 4546A is the moon in the background that you see basically circling 4546B. I think it's very likely that we're going to be going to a new world, seeing as our story on the current world is pretty well done, and then they're looking for a narrative designer to continue on with a new world. That means there are 9 different planets we could be looking at, which I found quite interesting given my theory on this right here, the screenshot for Project M, which we uncovered to be possibly Project Moonbreaker. As there was an unknown planet in the background of this, and I made the correlation of this and the Trivalve, I think it was in Below Zero. Though I am going to step back from this whole theory a bit, I did read comments, and I do think that maybe I was grasping at straws just a little bit, but I think this is still possibly in play because there's a brand new planet, obviously, and maybe this is a landmass after all. Now, did you miss the tweet from Charlie? Because I hope you didn't. This is very interesting. What would excite you most about the next game in the Subnautica universe? Co-op was the winner, obviously. I voted for that too. Story, so new story, co-op, wildlife and biomes, a given, and then other, which are replies. This is also very interesting because this is where I kind of draw some conclusions too. Obviously, co-op is going to happen for this new Subnautica game. I can't imagine it's not going to if Charlie is basically asking everyone what's most exciting. Co-op is going to be in, you know? A new story is confirmed. Some new wildlife and biomes are confirmed. And then the rest of it is pretty much just comments and, well, Dinosaur Planet is my favorite, actually. With almost 100 replies, for some reason, the only reply Charlie liked to that tweet was more birds from Vanessa, which was kind of strange, I thought. Then I realized, wait a second, they wanted to put in the Kitewing Skyray, but they weren't able to for Below Zero. Wait a second, they have a history of having creatures they want to add to base games like Subnautica and the Rock Puncher only to put it in the sequel. So I think inadvertently, maybe, I'm not saying this is confirmed, but I think we might have just figured out the next Leviathan we're gonna see within the Subnautica universe, and it's already one we know about. I wonder how they're going to bring that into the game and into the world in general. And just so you know, there were concepts created for different types of birds in Subnautica. I'm not talking seagulls or crows or anything like that. I'm talking giant birds with lances at the ends of their faces. The type of bird you would see dive deep into the ocean and grab different types of fish. Like this right here, this one is grabbing a brute fish, I'm pretty sure, for below zero. It's spearing right into it. It is massive. It's like a giant pterodactyl in Subnautica. Then there's more. There's other various birds that were created that have spikes on their tails, and they're still fairly big. Big enough to pose a threat to you, I'm assuming, if you're in the water or on land. So I thought it was incredibly interesting that Charlie, one of the main people at Unknown Worlds, who has a huge hand in Subnautica, the only comment that he liked is one about adding more birds. While browsing the wiki, I found a little bit more information on this, that at one point in time, there was actually a large bird featured with sky rays, smaller birds in Subnautica, during one of the early access trailers. But unfortunately, even though it was completely modeled, they didn't move forward and put it into the game. Eventually, they were going to repurpose this bird, the, I guess what you would call dragonfly, and put it into Subnautica Below Zero. But even then, they chose not to because they wanted to move forward with more assets unique, I guess, to Below Zero itself. I think on the wiki, it also states that more fauna would be unnecessary. So they kind of moved away from that, and I guess that's also the reason for the Kite Wing Sky Ray as well to not make it into the game. I think that's a staple point, that the new Subnautica, the next Subnautica, is going to have very different wildlife than what we're used to seeing. Hopefully, wildlife in all different spaces of the world, being on land, in the air, underwater, and ultimately very, very deep under the ocean. I have very mixed opinions about leaving 4546B if that is the direction the story takes. To some degree, I'm sure we're all very attached to the current world, and I'm sure there has to be more to this planet that we're able to explore. We've explored two very small sections relative to the whole size of the planet. With no lead narrative designer currently hired, everything and anything is subject to change for now. I don't want to leave the planet yet. I still think there is more unexplored about this planet we can learn and story, but for now, it appears we are leaving. Leave a like on this video if you found it. And I will see you in the next one.